Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Pearl's Politics. All right, if you're at the event page, you won't find us there. Um, a little studio tech issue. So just go to the search bar and you can tell everybody else, type in Pearl's Politics. And then on our page, you can find a slide there. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm going to bring in the rest of the team so that I can get busy sharing the show. We got the heartbeat of the South and not every heartbeat of my heart. My son, Tim Harrington, up there.
Hey, Mom, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
All right. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for your service.
You're
Getting
welcome.
close to that time. And then in Veterans Day in October, I don't know. I don't remember. I think it is, but
I think so.
yeah, I think it is. Getting close to your celebration time.
Uh-huh.
All right. We got our girl in the studio standing by, ready to come in here. Kathy C.C. Carlson. Hi,
Hey,
Kathy.
Catherine.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Welcome to our fun politics show.
Oh, thanks.
Y'all know we got a new member on our politics show. He's the only Ziggy I know in politics, none other than James Ziegler.
Hi.
Hey, John.
Hey, James, welcome. You're looking all spiffy tonight. How you feeling? You
Cold,
feeling good? You're cold? Go ahead. You can put your blanket on.
No,
You
no,
know,
I took it off.
No,
I don't
keep it
get
on.
up and get around like you guys do, so I get cold.
I will too. If it is cold, I'm gonna get cold and I can move a little bit. But no, you can go ahead and put your shawl on because you know we are a relaxed show. We want
I didn't wear
everybody.
I didn't
You
wear
didn't
my
wear.
owl blanket today.
Oh well, whatever you had, just put your wrap back on.
No,
If you
I'm
feel
good.
if you feel chilly though, I want you to know you can
No,
put it
I'm
on.
good.
All righty then. All right then. So we're not gonna catch up on what everybody's been doing because what I need to do is share the show to let everybody know that we're live. Because since the event page is the wrong page, all right. So and you all can do the same thing, and so we'll do a break here, and when we come back, that'll be enough time for us to get started. So I'm trying to avoid playing this really long one that we have. So I'm gonna do. I know nobody likes that one. I gotta take that off, and I keep forgetting about it. And let's see here. I gotta delete that one. And so we'll just go with this one. So we'll only have two breaks tonight. Okay. All right, y'all. Stay tuned. Those of you who are watching, if anybody, if not, you guys will share it later on. We'll be back.
So, are you going to Amy's wedding?
I don't have the money.
Yeah, you do.
Who are you?
I'm you from the future. And I just got paid.
And I'm Dave. I can get you up to $500 of your future money now.
Up to $500 instantly?
Instantly.
That's amazing. Oh, who's he?
Oh, this is Paolo. We met at the reception. Hi.
Hola. Hello. Paulo.
That's me.
Download Dave and get up to $500 instantly.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule it in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you with a replacement you can trust.
It's great.
That service on your time. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
I am Conor McGregor, multiple weight MMA champion. I'm a fighter and I've been through many battles in the octagon. Many consider my fights in the octagon heroic, but the real life heroes are those men and women who fight to protect us every day. The real life fighters, the real life heroes, are the firefighters and police officers. These first responders are true heroes because these brave men and women put themselves in the line of danger every single day protecting us all. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation ensures that first responders from fire, EMS and police departments who are killed in the line of duty with young children have a home without the burden of a mortgage. They are my heroes. They need our help today. I'd like to ask you to join me in donating $11 a month to support their efforts. Your $11 a month honours and supports our first responders. Please call now at 1-844-BRAVEST or visit tunneltotowers.org.
Welcome to the Shack 12 Week Shred. My name is Rock Shabazz, and I'm here to take you through the same program that I made for this guy right here.
This program is without a doubt a huge reason why I was able to get fit and stay fit. If you put in the work and stay consistent, you just might be able to keep up. It's time for you to get to work.
Woo! All right, then. I think I got each one of you in Messenger. The link that you can go ahead and share. I just sent it to y'all's Messenger on your cell phones. That'll be real easy. Just go ahead and send that down your Messenger list. Send everybody, and let's get started. So who wants to go on deck first up top?
How about you, Tim? You want to go first?
Well, I
was thinking the same thing, Kathy.
Well, I don't have a whole lot to report tonight. The ongoing migrant crisis is out of control in New York.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, Fox News had to cut their live feed of the programming.
Oh wow, what happened?
The protesters, the dissatisfaction with the response of what Mayor Eric Adams was given, and the city council. So apparently it was just that rowdy that they had to pull the plug on it. Yeah. So even though we don't have this situation here in Tennessee that I'm aware of, it just came to my attention today that it's been 3.8 million people have crossed the border. 1.5 of those have snuck across. I had no idea that it was that high, and it's getting higher and higher each day.
Oh yeah.
It
is. So, and oddly that you would decide to talk about that tonight, because when I was watching my different news reports today.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I was going to mention is that Ramasaki has risen +8. He's running second now, and DeSantis has dropped to third. In the state of I think they said Milwaukee, on the Milwaukee polling, because I think that Milwaukee is a Democratic state.
Right.
The young people, like you said, Tim, once before, really like him.
Yeah, they do.
And what he said that he's going to do, I think that people are liking this, what he says that he's going to do. Now, hopefully he has checked to see if it, he can do this legally. But what he says that he's going to do is he's going to send all of the babies that were born here in America who have parents who are undocumented immigrants, gonna deport them, the children and the parents, because this is the precipice that they have been standing on to stay here by having the babies and having the children be American born, which has been always giving them a reason to stay undocumented, right? So he says all of the undocumented babies and their parents will be deported. So I kind of think people are liking that. What's your opinion on that, James?
I see, off subject for a minute, I see that Donald Trump is now #1 in New Hampshire.
Oh, good. All righty then.
Right.
So what do you think about Ramaswamy's plan to deport all of the undocumented parents with their children, even if they were American born here in America,
American born, they should stay here. I don't know what to do with the crisis where they don't belong here.
You're saying that the children should stay, but the undocumented parents should be deported?
I don't know. I mean, we all have in our family, through our family lines, of our parents or grandparents coming over from other countries, but we all
Mhm.
did it legal.
Yeah. Well, that's who
So
he's talking about. He's talking about the illegal parents. He wants to deport. He said his plan, if he is, if he wins the presidency, his plan is to send the illegal immigrants and the criminals. I mean, not criminals and the children and those two criminals deported. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Tim,
thing. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead, John.
No, James said we had to say you, Tim. You
Oh,
up?
I was just going to say, it sounds good. It
Mm-hmm.
really sounds good in theory.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think that we, the people, we can't take that chance because it's going to take him at least 2 years to have the on the job training.
You're
He
right.
has no idea how to play ball on that level. He
You're right.
haven't yep he haven't handled anything on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I believe that Trump is really the only one qualified in my book, because we just don't have that type of time to waste for a
Yeah.
newcomer to come in and learn the job with on the job training.
Yeah.
We're desperate at this point.
You're right. Kathy, what do you
Yeah,
what would be your stance on that? On his
right.
plan, Ramasamy?
Well, it reminded me of when I was like 19, 20, and I was living in Springfield, Massachusetts, and they interviewed me for a TV thing, and they asked me about, immigrants and should we
Mm-hmm.
allow them? And they were coming in way back then, like in 1980, into
Mm-hmm.
Florida. They were coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and so basically, I at that time I said, I know that the United States is the melting pot of the world, but we got to do something to change it because not everyone can come here. Because if they do, then what's going to happen with us? Because
Right.
our standard of living has already gone so low just because of the political situation the way it is.
Yeah.
There has to
Mm-hmm.
be some common ground somewhere. And now that I'm a lot older and this is resurfacing, I don't like the fact that the gangs and the criminals are coming over. There has to be some
Right.
kind of there has to be like some kind of designation
Right.
for those people. They can't just come over here freely because my daughter in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, says they're putting up people all down the street in hotels where she lives. I mean, it's
Wow.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
you know. So it's getting
Mm-hmm.
like, and they're doing that in New York City, I heard. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
this is not the right way to do it. This is not the right way to do it at all. So you
Right.
got to solutions. That's all I can say. There has to be some that work for everybody.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And the thing about that is, we have to look at what type of message we're sending to the people, the migrants that did it the right way.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, I think it takes up to 7 or 8 years to become, uh, a legal citizen the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, he claims that he's gonna make them take a civics course and take a citizenship test before he deports them. So I guess if they fail the test, then they have to go. But the problem is that there will be big outrage from the public about that. And I'm gonna hush, let y'all talk till she hush.
Okay.
not my dogs this time.
no, no,
I'm dog sitting, so
yeah, yeah.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, so there's a lot of issues we have to deal with our own families here, and just
Right.
treatment of them in the school systems and all that. And they're not getting proper education. They
You're
haven't
right.
for time.
Yeah.
So we got some comments from the audience. Let me get them in. Uh, one of our viewers say Obama number 50 because it's too much melanin, like sleep.
Yeah, melanin.
Melanoin. And one of our other viewers say, is that the same one? Yeah, I think that's the same one. Donald Trump is the best president from that same viewer.
Well, I think we're all
Then
on the
we
same
have
page.
then we have another video that says Trump number 1, and Mary, of course, says hello. All right, hey Mary. All right, yeah, the public will probably start, saying no, it's not right to separate the parents from their children, which it isn't morally, So I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He'll get too much pushback, but like Tim says, he's not going to even have time to deal with that because he's going to have to go through so much training.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't do that time he gets in because he got to learn so much stuff. But anyway, it seems like the populace is liking what he's saying, especially the young people.
Yeah.
Now he has a large following from the young people.
Yeah, he does. He is the spokesperson for them.
Yeah, and so it could be he might continue to keep going up there when he would be a contender for Donald, and but I think a lot of people. Well, the question I guess we're going to have to ask ourselves is this: Do the young people outnumber us older adults? Because if we have more of us older adults than it is the young people, I'm talking about people, regular voters that actually will go and vote and do it for years, has been voting for years. Because the young people tend not to have voted too much, but they only vote when they feel it's necessary. And I think that this is one election where they feel that it's necessary. Audience, what do y'all think? So that's the question. Kathy, go ahead.
Taylor Swift, she posted that everyone should vote. And wow, celebrities have such an impact on the young voters of this country. And ABC News reported today that there has been a significant increase since Taylor Swift got on board. So thank you, Taylor. And others should too. That would help a lot. And
I got an update on that for you just today. She had 13,000 TikTokers to register to vote.
Wow. See that?
Just today. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
So I don't know, the young people versus the old people. That's gonna be the presidential race.
Yeah, you're sure to vote.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so much fun there. Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll move on to the next topic. And you all stay with us. Thank you all for joining us, and stick and stay. Please share, because we have a fun politics show. We are not bored. So if this is your first time joining us, I hope you like us and you come back, and I hope you'll stick and stay with us throughout. We don't stay on long. We'll be out of here at 8:00. All right. In about 40 minutes, we'll be out. All right. So we'll be back. Don't worry.
This is Cassie. She never really paid attention to her credit scores until she got Credit Karma and used her scores to score more, like her first ride. When it was time to upgrade, she shopped around for a lower auto insurance rate to go with it. Even when she decided to blaze a new trail, Credit Karma helped her with an auto loan to get her where she was going. But where is she going? Credit Karma. Download the free money app where your hard work pays off.
Oof, gotta get rid of this.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh?
It helps remove odors 3 times better than detergent alone.
It worked, guys.
Yeah.
New Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Don't stop living my best life.
Introducing IHG One Rewards. 17 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations. One loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
Victor, why are you still living with odors? Get back in there and freshen instantly with new Febreze Air Mist. That's right, Febreze now has a new, finer mist that floats in the air longer and quickly fills the room to fight even your toughest odors. Leftover fried fish funk? Instant freshness. Gaming teen odors? Instant freshness. Spray new Febreze Air Mist to keep your home smelling fresh and clean.
And we're back.
All right, we're back. Yes. The thing about it is we were back on Facebook before the commercial finished. You know, yeah, so anywho, yeah, so anyway, if these young people keep registering like the way they are to vote, man, but you know, I have to say this. There are a lot of young people that was working when COVID, happened. They were like the young people that were working and some that wasn't working. But because of COVID, those that weren't working and even those that were working were able to get that stimulus check every week that Don provided. And so they're not going to forget that because for a lot of people, that was the best period of time that they ever lived good in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like it was like a fairy princess, a fairy tale, your fairy godfather or something that came along, the Don. They're not gonna forget that. And so I just think that a lot of people owe him for that, because you're not gonna get that from Sleepy Joe. We struggling now and we can't even get 1 cent from him.
Well, right. Here's the thing. I think that we have a little edge on the younger people because of we have, I think, maybe probably 2 or 3 generations. You know what I mean? That offer Trump. So we will still outbeat them because they only have 1 generation that will vote that way.
Yeah, well, that's the point too, Tim. Well taken. So, I mean, that's a great observation. Probably deserve a round of applause. You going on the math. I heard that. Got that math going. I never was good in math. I didn't know you were better in math than me.
I'm okay.
Kathy, you're
okay.
What you got for us tonight?
Well, since I was a school teacher in West Sedona, Arizona. I taught computers. I have
like a school teacher too.
My mom was a school teacher, and I always really respected her. She used to take us into school sometimes with her. It was fun. But so I saw on Twitter there's 2 issues having to do with family issues, but on Twitter there were scenes from Ottawa, Canada, where thousands of parents and kids were protesting explicit sexual content in schools, which is interesting.
Yes.
And radical gender ideology.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had a hashtag for million March for Children. So it looked like they were like having parades and everything. So it didn't go into a lot of detail, but I would like to follow up on that because it's the general population speaking, and that's how the politicians have done us wrong. They haven't been listening to us and ignoring us, and they're doing the same in Canada, I guess. Oh, Canada! So, but they're marching, and that's what they do in other countries. That's what they do in France. My brother said to me, the one who owns the American breakfast diners in Paris, he owns 2 of them, Craig. He said, when I went to visit him when I turned 50 in Paris, he said, you think you have your freedoms here in the United States. You don't realize you're really prisoners, because when people in France, what they do is they take hay wagons and everything and light them on fire and block the streets. We know that because we've seen them do it. So
And don't forget throw rocks. Man, they kill. They throw those rocks in those other countries, man.
Oh, they do.
They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they throw.
I'm not condoning any kind of violence or even burning of
No, we're not.
Vegas.
We're not.
But what I'm saying is that they do something about it. They don't just sit back and zip their mouths like Americans.
That is true. That is true. And you know what? It's kind of funny that you brought that up. What I'm seeing here in America is that they're doing a lot of complaining in the community or town hall meetings about, I believe it's 2 books that are actually in the school that has very, very, very explicit language in it. And so they're just now starting to get the ball rolling on that. But I haven't seen anything as widespread like what you're talking about, Kathy. And you're absolutely right. They do things. They come out in full force.
Yeah. Well, they do protests too. They've started now. But the thing about it is that protests were kind of on a stalemate for many years here in the United States, probably 30 years, because the last big amount of protests we had was during a civil rights movement, where we had the protests nationwide. So those type of protests and then on hold for oh God, I mean those mass. I'm talking about when you got a protest in half of the country. Those have been on tap for about 50 years, and until the Black Lives Matter started, and the thing with George Floyd brought it all. And so now they protest in half the country for whatever issue it is that they want to. That they are dislike or upset about, and that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because but it is a shame that people have to take to the street to protest, because that's the only way their voices can be heard is through protest. But the people are supposed to be heard through their politicians. The politicians are supposed to listen to the people and do what the people are demanding. But we got chicken fed politicians that they got chicken feathers and they just fly anyway and go whichever way the wind blow instead of standing up for what's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And don't what's wrong.
Right.
Way,
Yeah. I was just going to say, they're really forcing this agenda on these children. They don't even have a say in the matter. It's like the parents don't have a say in the matter. They're just really, 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 really forcing this agenda on the parents as well as the children.
Doug says politicians speak to us and not for us. You're right. That's a good one there, Doug.
I like
that one. That one deserves a round of applause.
Like that.
Just man, they can do that. They're good orators, like Abraham Lincoln was a good orator. But there's different historians to say that he wasn't a good president. So, because he, the real reason that he ended slavery was not for the African; it was for political reasons, because they were losing the war in the South. So. That's the reason why they say he was a good orator. He could deliver some great speeches, but he wasn't a good president. Kind of put me in the mind of Georgia Porgy. Well.
That guy.
All right, the other topic, y'all. We were talking about AI, remember?
Yes.
Not too long ago.
Right.
Well, lawsuits have been brought from the Writers Guild against I guess this particular company, OpenAI, I think it's called GPT Chat, and they say that they claim that this company, this is the largest AI company that exists right now, and they
Yes.
say that they have stolen their already copyrighted content from John Grisham all the way to the author of Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. So, man, that's heavy. So, I mean, it's already they are challenging the A and I because they're saying that this is their works and their creativity, their words, their writings, and they have done this. They say without even notifying them. Well, the AI company says that the computer that the algorithm just simply collects a
Yes.
lot of data,
Yes.
just steady rolling, steady rolling, steady rolling, steady rolling, steady
Yes.
rolling, and that they don't feel that it's a copyright violation because
Yeah.
AI is the future.
Right.
And so, Tim, I see
Well, you
you
guys,
itching. You itching to talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
you
I
guys
feel a little
remember?
bit. Go ahead, James.
You remember Donald Trump was a member of that,
What
and
AI?
then no, the right the movies,
Writer
the
skill.
Writers
Yeah, he
Guild,
was. Yeah.
and then he bailed out because he
Ah.
said that they were too political or
Well,
something.
yeah.
Ah.
Here's the thing about that. I believe that AI is the future. AI can write you a book and probably a script or anything else that need to be
Yeah,
written.
they already doing it. I
Right.
know
Mhm.
can.
Right. So I think that their jobs are going to be obsolete.
Yep.
It's no different than the robots.
I agree.
Yeah, it's no
I agree,
different.
Tim.
It's no different than the and they're not going to be the only ones affected because as soon as the robots hits the warehouses, a lot of human beings are going to be replaced. The services
That's right.
will
There
no
are a
longer
lot
be
of them.
needed.
A lot of jobs have already been lost to robotic
Yeah,
industry,
They're already
right,
and
doing it with the taxis.
right. So
yeah, now they are. Yeah, so it's already here, and I'm afraid that they will lose their lawsuit because, like
yeah,
Tim said, you brought out a great point, and the audience agrees with you. It's like everything is obsolete. You don't see steamboats rolling down, bringing in
right.
uh, merchandise, and
Yeah.
it's the only method of bringing in merchandise to the cities and states
Mhm.
anymore, right?
Right.
With burning coal with a chug engine,
Mm.
that time is gone.
Right.
So, they're just going to have to face it. What they need to do, but see, a lot of these authors are old, and most of them don't even know how to use a cell phone, let
Right.
alone a computer. Most of them wrote their books and their scripts and everything on typewriters, or they had someone to do it for them. And so they don't know how to catch up with the times.
Yeah. And yeah.
So
And then go ahead.
so what they need to do is try to become a part of AI rather than go against AI. That would
Right.
be the smart move to make because they're going to lose this lawsuit. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Tim.
Yeah, no, I'm in total agreement with you on that because this is just the wave of the future. It's unfortunate, but like I said, they are not going to be the only ones that's going to be affected. This is going to be a worldwide change because AI can do it better, quicker, faster, cheaper. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And it
Doug
can,
said,
yeah. So imagine how many movies or scripts that they can put out compared to using the old writers.
yeah, and it's in demand. People want to see new movies really
Yeah,
fast nowadays
yeah,
because of the way that all these streaming platforms, and because people go through movies so fast nowadays that the writers writing it with their hand, trying to think of it, getting writer's block and everything, can't keep up.
Right.
You know, look how long it took them to bring out new seasons of Game of Thrones.
Ooh, that was a long.
It took a long time. It was a long wait. You know, people have to wait almost a year for a new season to begin from these writers. Whereas with AI, it can be done in a month.
Right.
You know, maybe in a few days. So, and ready to hit the platforms in less than 30 days, and that's what people want. So you got to meet the demand. But Doug says that this is the hidden agenda for depopulation. The elites need to go, so the rest of us will be just fine. Well, I can't agree with that, Doug. You're always going to have an archy of things. You're going to always have an arc.
Yeah.
You're going to have a higher arc, what we call the hierarchy, and then you got the median, MEDIAN, that's in the middle of the pyramid, and then at the bottom is your lower hierarchy, right? Your lower archy.
Yeah.
So that system has been in place since the beginning of time. The elites can't leave us. We have to have elites. We just need good-hearted elites. We don't need greedy elites. And there's a difference, because when you think about it, look, Bill Gates is an elite, but look how much money that he has given from his money. Look how many jobs that he has made from his money for people. So, and that's not greed, but you got greedy elites that don't do nothing for the economy, for people, for causes, or nothing. They just hold that money, and so they can keep their millionaire status. You know.
Yeah.
He also
Those are the. What'd you say, James?
He also took a lot of jobs away too, with his buying.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, James. So, but you still got to have that structure.
Yeah.
And because even the Bible says that, the Bible said the poor will always be with us. And so the reason that's sad is because of a structure of a pyramid. You can't have a pyramid without a base. And the base is your low arcing. And the middle part is the median, MEDIAN. That's the reason why you hear the word so often, median income, MEDIAN income. That's what that means. It used to represent middle class.
Right.
But the percentage of middle class is almost gone. It's almost getting to the point where you only got the hierarchy, which is the elites, and you only got the foundation, which is the low archy.
Yeah.
You know, so because of the cost of everything, we don't hardly have many middle class people, because to be middle class, you have to make at least $200,000 to $300,000 a year considered middle class, you know, nowadays, compared to 20, 30 years ago, when if you made, $100,000 a year, you were considered middle class, right?
Yeah.
Well, all that's gone. The value of the dollar is only about 10 cents. And when you actually take out everything, we are taxed so much. We're just taxed so much, you know. And we only get to keep 10 cents of every dollar that we earn, because we have to pay out what? Pay that money back out for utilities. We got to pay the energy, right? We got to pay that money back out for what? Gas, right? Then you got to turn around. You got to pay that money back out for what? Food. We used to could grow our own food, and have our own cows and what have you. But we don't have land to do that anymore. So, and then you got to turn around and pay that money back out for what? Insurance.
Yeah.
They made it laws in every state now. You got to have. Okay, I got you, James. They made a law in every state now where a car owner has to have insurance. Insurance is too high. You got to have homeowner insurance.
And
if
then
you
there's
own a
states that
home.
don't have it at all.
Yeah, you know, so.
Like I think Florida don't have car insurance.
Well, I need to go to Florida.
Yeah, they do.
I
have a friend in Florida. They definitely have it.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks for that update, Tim. But yeah, so we have to spend 90% of that $1 that we make. Don't forget about the taxes. Oh, I forgot about that. They already taken out 10%, so you got 80% to pay your bills, spend, and do everything else you need to do. With to buy food, groceries, gas, pay your mortgage, pay your rent, pay your utility bill, buy your clothes, take care of your dogs, your pets, and buy for them. You got 80% to deal with. 80%. Yeah, they already taken 10, so that's 90. So you got about a dime.
Yeah,
For every dollar you're making, you only earning a dime.
we're just hamsters on a wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Doug says he's got a super recipe for liver onions on rice. Liver and onions on rice on the stove. So he got to go. Good night. He said, thanks for
Well, enjoy. I used to make that myself for my first husband. He was British. They love that.
Yeah. Now he's making us all hungry.
Well, thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.
See, I'm gonna tell you, I love liver and rice, but I'll cook it with the onions so I can have the flavor. But eat the onions. I like to eat raw onions. I don't like to eat cooked onions. And he says, thank you guys for never leaving him speechless with these great topics. Thank you so much, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Well, let's give Doug a round of applause. Thank you for how much he appreciates the show. Right? Thank you, Doug. Appreciate that. Go ahead and enjoy that. I know that's good. Okay, excuse me. Get me some water here.
We're all.
Mm.
What are you eating? Sorry, I gotta get
All right then. No problem. Your dog is a good dog. Yeah, hey. Hi, Sadie. Hi, Sadie. How you doing?
No, that's my.
Oh, you got. Wait a minute. Oh, you got two doggies.
Yeah, I'm dog sitting today. I had to get this. She's trying to eat it.
Ah.
Plastic ain't good for dogs.
Oh yeah, okay. And they having a ball playing. That's good. If I wish you lived in my neighborhood so that when I need to go somewhere, I let you dog send my girl. All my friends don't like pets, or they can't have pets because they live in apartments, like my son. So they can't even dog sit for me.
I got a quick question. Did everybody see the blunder that Biden made on stage?
Yeah, at the UN. At the UN.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about it. I think I missed it. Tell an audience and me about it. What happened?
I mean, well, the first thing I think he did, he almost ran over the flag.
What do you mean ran over the flag?
It was like a 10-foot flag, 10 feet flag there, and he ran into it.
He walked into it?
Yeah, he walked into it.
I'm sorry, yeah, walked into it. What else did he do, Kathy?
Well, he just almost forgot to shake the Brazilian president's hand.
Right.
And so he made the president angry, which is not a good thing.
I know, right?
Yeah, he forgot his name too, I believe, at one point. He forgot his name. He just
forgot his name.
Yeah, he referred to him as this guy.
Oh no. For real?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That deserves a laugh from everybody. That's really pitiful.
It's just getting worse and worse.
Hi, Sadie.
No, that's Lonzo. That's Lonzo.
Fonzo. Hi, Fonzo.
Lonzo.
Hey. Alfonso. Hey, Alfonso. Hey, Fonzo.
That's my stepson's dog.
Ah, okay. He knows you.
He loves me. I give him treats.
I got one last thing to talk about, and then we can get off of here if you guys don't have anything else. Amazon is also facing a lawsuit.
Uh-oh.
Duh. I was like, no, Amazon.
Yeah.
Why? I was like,
Yeah.
what? They're saying the lawsuit says that the Prime members,
Yep.
I think there's millions of them. It's a class action lawsuit. They say I'm a Prime member, so, but I'm not
I'm not.
named in that. But it says that Amazon did not inform their about their fees when their membership. No, they said that they signed up a lot of people that didn't sign up for to be a Prime member, right? Now
Right.
I can remember when they first started that company, and I'll tell you somebody else that used to do that, Angie. They changed the name on that. It used to be something else because they were accused of doing it because I had to deal with them myself one time. But this has been years ago that I had to deal with them. They signed me up for Prime membership because of the way that they had it. I've forgotten how tangled up it was. But anyway, I ended up with $99 being taken out of my. No, at that time it was like $59 being taken out of my account, and I had to contact them and get my money back. Well, not really. I just called my bank, and my bank gave it right back to me instantly. And then they always settle, do the investigation part on their end, and let them know that I did not request that.
Right.
So that's why I like my bank. But anyhow, they're saying that they've done this to millions of people, and that also that people have the members have complained in this lawsuit that they were not informed about the increase in membership and other fees that they have on things. Well, now I don't know what experience they had. A lot of time people just don't read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I have not had any trouble with my Prime account. They've always sent me an email to let me know if the fee amount is changing, and they always send me an email let me know my membership fee is due. Because I pay monthly. One time when I have the money, I pay the whole thing, but I pay monthly. And if there's any increase, they have always send me an email if my monthly increase, rate goes through. But see, for me, because I buy everything, because I'm not a shopper. I don't like to go in stores. I hate shopping now because I can't get around that good, James, right?
I can't go to the store, so I'm with you.
Yeah, so I buy everything online. And so for
Mhm.
me, that shipping costs. I mean, I could order this hat from another company and I'd have to pay $9.99 for it to be shipped when the hat might not cost but $5. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I save probably about $400 or $500 just in shipping fees. The way I order stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I haven't had any problems at all. So I don't know. I think a lot of it is probably these people's fault. They just don't read, you know? And a lot of folks just don't check their emails often enough.
Nah,
You
I'm
know?
one of them.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you
Anytime
always
I
got to bring. Go ahead, John.
anytime I order on Amazon, Emily, it always comes up.
Uh-huh.
Do you want Prime? And I say no. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm not
you
going to
have
pay
to
for it.
see. Right. And see, a lot of people, if they're a first time shopper on Amazon, they may not know what Prime means. They might think that, do you want that Prime means fast delivery? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they'll check that box as a yes, because they might misinterpret it if this is their first time using the service, thinking that they mean fast delivery, but it's not that. That's not what I mean. That's what, if it asks you, do you want something? You need to stop and say, what is that?
Yeah.
And then go to their site, go to their search bar, type in whatever it is they're asking you on that site. And so you can bring it up on their site so you can see what it is. A lot of people just don't take time to follow through. And
Or
then, Go ahead, James.
They're hemorrhaging money because all of the woke stuff they did with the president.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're trying to make up any way they can.
Well, maybe, but they sure are doing it. That's what the lawsuit says. Allegedly, I forgot. You always have to say allegedly.
Yeah.
But Kathy, you and I both know that a lot of people can't read, and they not only do they not read the fine print, or or whatever it is you're trying to get, or whatever it is you're buying, but a lot of them just can't read. Our nation is one of the most illiterate nations for our own native tongue in the whole wide world.
Yep,
Isn't that
very sad?
And so, how can you call yourself the number one power country in the world when 3/4 of your nation can't even half read?
Right, right.
Yeah.
And I know, and that's you're hearing the reports now that they've gotten back. These states have gotten back about these students, and they're still trying to blame it on COVID. But we've been out of that now for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'll go you one even better.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll be the first to say that in my generation, we do not read fine print. It's not that we can't read, we just not going to read it. It's
You're not going to read it.
Too long.
I know, too long, but you got to read it because they tell you that it's long. They tell you what the agreement is. What they even go as far as to tell you what the dispute process is.
Right.
And, if it's taken to court, they even tell you what state it would have to happen in.
Right.
So you got to read that stuff.
And, yeah, and I tell you another thing. I have seen some contracts like that to where you probably need a lawyer to decipher it.
To replace stereo instructions.
You need a lawyer to decipher it.
Even if you could read it, you couldn't figure it out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, some of them are like, but when you see something like that, before you sign on the dotted line, you need to email that company and ask them, well, what does so-and-so mean? They'll respond to you. Just take the time to contact. Contact and connectivity is the best thing in the world for you to get a clear understanding on. But I understand, too, how some of these websites will somehow that algorithm, the way the website is set up, will automatically sign you up for something that you have no idea until it comes out on your bank statement, right? So when that does happen to me, I call my bank and let them straighten it out, because all I got to tell my bank is, no, I did not ask for that, and I don't know why they stuck it on what I was buying. That's all I got to tell them. They give me my money back right then, instantly. It goes right back into my account while I'm talking to them, and then they do the investigation. And then it don't care. They don't care how long it takes. But then when it's finalized, they'll send me an email, and they'll tell me that I get to keep that money. So.
Right. Well, the thing about it is, if it had to be a company, Amazon definitely has the funds for it. So,
to pay the lawsuit.
Yeah, whatever they have.
The thing about it is, if you got 3 million members on a lawsuit,
right?
All they're gonna get probably is $10, probably $10 or $15.
Yeah,
come on now, because the lawyers are gonna get the bulk of the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna get 40% of it. I think the highest percentage rate that attorneys can charge is 40%. So each attorney is going to get 40%, and they got more than one attorney. They probably got 100 attorneys on it.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous. If they get $25, I bet you $1.25 they won't. They won't get more than $25 if they win.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, this has been a great show. Did you have anything else, Kathy?
Well, I wanted to say one thing. Maybe people should pay attention to X or Twitter. because they have this Amistad project, and they're watching about all the voting and all the issues surrounding them, and they have sworn declarations that say over 300,000 ballots are at issue in Arizona, 48,000 in Michigan, 204 in Georgia, and over 121,000 in Pennsylvania. So we need to watch that.
And what are they saying happened with the ballots?
Yeah, tell us
They
again.
just altogether they just have issues with the ballots there.
Oh, really?
Not legitimate, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
Right
Well,
there.
I'm glad you mentioned that word ballot because I've got some news.
Okay.
And I didn't know that it was coming our way. I know that Donald has said that he wanted paper ballots, and but I didn't know they actually had enforced it. Sybil and I went to vote Tuesday, and we actually had a choice of using the machine or paper ballot, and I definitely chose paper ballot. Yay!
All
Did
right.
you have to show your ID?
Oh yeah, you always have to show your ID. I think every state's still gonna do that, regardless. But at least Donald got that part in. That they got paper ballots now.
Good deal.
So and they did not have them the last election. You know that
Yeah.
presidential election.
Right.
Well,
And this was just for a city election. So that we don't have them for the federal.
Well, one of the main issues was that there weren't signatures on some of the ballots that were counted. So that's a big one. I mean, if they didn't have signatures on them. So
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And well, you know what? If they did it online, well, they can't vote online, so that can't be it.
yeah, right. It
They
was
got-
actual physical ballots, that they with on some of the cases. I know.
Right.
Well, all right then. Well, all this stuff can be used when Donald goes to court, huh?
Mhm.
All right then, James. You have anything else tonight?
I have one thing. What do
Okay.
you think about the auto strike?
All the auto stuff. I think they need to pay those. I think they need to pay those people and get those people the heck back to work.
Yeah, because they're definitely not settling for less this time. They're actually going for what they really believe that they deserve, and they're not moving on that.
And the only reason why is because inflation is so bad. That if inflation wasn't, if everything wasn't so high right now, they probably would have said yes. But people are not buying cars now.
Right.
So
the batteries are coming from China.
yeah, so they're feeling the crunch, and that's the reason why the main reason why I think that they don't want to give it to them. But they got enough money to save up in their rainy day bank account. They need to go ahead on give those people their money and let those people get back to work. Because one lady said that she could make more working at a McDonald's restaurant per hour than she's making now. And so because they pay about $17 an hour now. She right.
And I was surprised to hear how much they had in the in the union fund. They're in the billions, so they're able to hold out longer. The more money they have, the longer they can hold out.
Yeah,
So
they can because they can receive assistance from the union. To help with their finances, and not only that. At first, this was just one union. Now it's some more unions that has joined them. I think it's about three of them now. Yeah,
It's more. Ford had laid off 60 people, and there's a bunch of other Chevy and Dodge and foreign companies now.
Yeah, and that was the other thing I thought was low down and dirty. When the strike started, they started laying out the ones that didn't strike. Isn't that pitiful?
Wow.
So them cars are going to go through the roof. The price.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's just low down and dirty. Okay, you got the loyal people that feel like they'd rather go ahead and get the job money than to try to have to wait for the union to go through all that red tape.
Right.
And for the union to try to get them money because it might not be on time and it might drizzle in, might not be what they want, and they decide they're going to try to stay and get that hourly, pay that they know that they'll have to pay their bills and survive. And then they turn around and lay these ones off.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I think they're going to get what they're asking for because they are not there yet with the technology of the robots. They do have them in the factories, but they're not to the point to where they can operate solely.
Not efficient.
Right. Exactly.
No, and they can't get there right now because China is doing the batteries and the workers are on strike. So there's no future plans for expanding the robots' intelligence right now.
Yeah.
So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're right.
Well, the only thing good about that is the value of our cars will go up.
That's right.
Hey, now that's a good one.
5 point.
I was just going to say that, Kathy. If you had an older car, the value is going to go through the roof, and it's going to be worth more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's a good note to end the
shortage of
show
older
on.
cars.
Yeah, that's a good note to end the show on. But thank you guys so much. We have had a fun show, and so I'm not gonna do a closing comment because, like I said, Kathy, that was the best quagmire comment I ever heard. That's a quagmire there for real.
Do I get some bonus points?
Yeah, some bonus points. You gotta get some bonus points for that one, girl.
Okay.
All right, so everybody, don't forget tomorrow night the big show. James, I sent you the link too. It's my birthday show. I want you there.
All
right,
birthday girl.
Yeah, so we'll be doing my birthday show tomorrow.
All right.
You don't look a day over 16.
You so kind, and flattery might get you a little piece of the way, but it won't get you everywhere.
I want a piece of cake.
My Richard's friend, my camera guy, and his lady friend, they are bringing me the best strawberry cake in the whole wide world, right, Tim?
Yeah, it is. It's delicious.
We had that strawberry. You
guys are making me hungry again. We're gonna have to do
So we're going out to Marlowe's on Sunday. We always do that on the local team here. All of us get together for everybody's birthday. We go out and have dinner. Yeah. And so we had the strawberry cake for Rich's dinner, which was in June. Yeah. And I was, God, I never tasted a cake that good in my whole life. And so they asked me what did I want. I said, main thing, bring that strawberry cake. So Tim, the strawberry cake is coming.
Oh, outstanding.
I better get some, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he will. He'll get to take some home too. Yeah.
I better get some.
Oh God, James, by the time I get it to you, it'll be so stale and moldy.
Hey, when you're hungry, you'll eat anything.
No, you wouldn't even feed that to your doggy. And
Emily. That's a good idea for you, though, for a new podcast, a cooking channel.
Oh no!
No!
Definitely not. Now I can cook and burn, James.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. I only cook when I have to, and when I do cook, I cook enough to eat off the same dish for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I don't have the money nor the time to be cooking something every day or throwing away leftovers. I eat leftovers.
Yeah.
I eat leftovers too.
And then all the leftovers of the leftovers that I don't eat, then Precious, my doggy gets them. We don't waste any food around this house.
All right.
That's one thing you will not find in my garbage can is food. Because of what I don't want, she eats it. And she's like Mikey. She eats anything. I never seen a dog that she loves sweet potatoes. She loves Irish potatoes, and cooked. As she loves carrots, she eats apples. She eats anything I eat, she'll eat it. Now, I'm serious. The dog even eats lettuce.
My dog don't eat lettuce.
Yeah, well, this one will.
But you know what's Sadie's new thing now?
What?
She loves apples.
Yeah, my dog loves apples. We got two. I bought two just a couple of days ago. And matter of fact, we'll be having that for one of them for breakfast in the morning. But yeah, if I'm eating it and she see it goes in my mouth, she knows it's okay and she'll eat it. It's we don't waste any food around here. Okay, you guys.
All right.
That's our show for the night. Listen, we love y'all.
Good
Thanks for
night.
watching.
Night, family.
Everybody wave good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow, team.